Hello students, welcome to my channel Physics Made Easy. I am Dr. Rashmi Gupta.
Today's topic is photoelectric effect. The phenomena of emission of electron from a metallic surface by the use of light energy is called photoelectric effect. It is a part of dual nature of matter and radiation chapter. All of you know the photoelectric effect cannot be explained by the wave nature of light. So we can explain it by the particle nature of light. So today we will see the photoelectric current. So today we will see the characteristic of photoelectric effect. Student, this question will come as 3-mark question in the board exam. In order to understand photoelectric effect, let us first see the experimental setup used to see the photoelectric current. This is a glass tube made up of very hard glass and evacuated one. This one is the photosensitive plate. You know, the photosensitive plate is one when a light of one particular frequency incident on it, the electron get ejected. Right? Now, this plate is connected with negative terminal of battery, whereas the positive terminal is connected to the plate called anode plate. So if anode plate is positive, with respect to this plate, cathode plate, electrons so ejected will move towards this anode plate and give rise to current called photocurrent, and that photocurrent can be measured with the help of millimeter or micrometer. Now, in order to measure the potential difference between the plate, we can connect a voltmeter between anode plate and collector plate. Let us first see few definitions related with the photoelectric current. First one is work function denoted by W, the minimum energy required to free an electron from its metallic bonding. Nu naught. Nu naught is called threshold frequency, the minimum frequency of incident light which is just capable of ejecting electron. Then we will use the term stopping potential denoted by VO, the minimum retarding potential applied to anode of photoelectric tube. First we will see the effect of intensity of light on photoelectric current. For that purpose, we will plot a graph between the potential that we have given between the electrode and the current that we measure with the help of ammeter, and that current is called photocurrent. Okay. Now effect of intensity meaning is that when the intensity of the light, that is the intensity of incidence photon is increased, there will be no change in the energy of photon. There will be change in the number of photons only. Remember, when you change the intensity of light, there is no change in the energy, only number of photon will change. So, as soon as the light incident on the metal surface, electron ejected, attracted by the positive plate, but sooner when we increase the potential further and further, the more and more electron will reaches to the plate and we will achieve a saturation current. Okay. Now, in order to see how much stopping potential is required, we will give opposite potential to the anode plate, meaning anode plate is negative with respect to cathode. So the electron will stop after some time at a one particular value of potential called stopping potential, whereas the current which achieve a constant value is called saturation current. Now, If we increase the intensity further, the number of photon increases and hence the photoelectric current also increases and the saturation current also. This way we will have different curves corresponding to different values of intensity such that I3 intensity, here I represent the intensity not the current, is more than I2 more than I1. Correct? So the intensity increases saturation current, but as you know, when we increase the intensity, there is no change in the energy of electrons, so the stopping potential will be same. This is how the variation of photoelectric current takes place with the potential. This means that the intensity of incident light affect the photoelectric current, but the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons remains unchanged as shown in the diagram. Now see the effect of frequency on photoelectric current. Again we will plot a graph between the potential V and the current is photocurrent. As you know, the current because of the photoelectron is called photocurrent. Student, when you change the frequency, it means you are changing the energy of photon. So when you are changing the frequency, the energy of the photoelectron emitted is also changed, but the number of electron will remain same. So this time you will get the current, and the current is the saturation current after some time. But when you give the negative potential to the anode plate, electron will stop at a one particular stopping potential. Let us give the name VO1 for a corresponding frequency nu1. Now we are increasing the frequency nu, and we observe that the more stopping potential is required to stop that electron. Hence we will, for a different frequency, we will have a different stopping potential. Nu1 is less than nu2. It means the increase of frequency increases the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron, but the photoelectric current remains unchanged. Right? Now let us see the effect of photometal, meaning we are changing the photosensitive material, and we observe that this stopping potential is different for a different photosensitive material. When the frequency and intensity of incident light are kept fixed and the photometal is changed, we observe the stopping potential versus frequency graph are parallel straight line. Cutting the frequency axis at a one point called threshold frequency corresponding to one particular metal. The frequency, this threshold frequency, is found to be different for a different material. See the theory part. The incident photon interact with a single electron and lose its energy in two parts in releasing the electron called work function, and second to increase the kinetic energy of moving electron. So this way the incident energy is utilized. Now the kinetic energy, whatever be the kinetic energy gained by the electron, can be stopped by using a particular opposite potential called stopping potential, and this is the another relation that we are going to use to explain the photoelectric effect. Rearranging these relations, we will get stopping potential is equal to H by E times the frequency and minus W over E. This is the equation of a straight line. So when we plot a graph between stopping potential and the frequency, we will get a straight line like this. Whereas the graph cut the frequency axis at threshold frequency. If we take this graph in a backward direction, this intercept represents the work function over charge E, whereas the slope of the graph represent h by E. So that slope will give idea about the Planck's constant. That's all about the photoelectric effect.
If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. I post video every Thursday covering important topics of class 11th and 12th. Comment the topics below you wish to study. Till then, goodbye and happy learning.